Sup fellow gamers, Phreak here. Welcome back to Let's Play 7 at Flashpoint. It is the Loud Challenge, and obviously we've got to make sure we're wearing loud colors. So we're in the bright green. I renamed my hacker to Sadak, and yeah, we are cosplaying as the VCT 2022 champs, Loud, and we are ready to go on the second story mission of the game, Haven Smokeout. This is mission 2 in one of the two starter storylines. Only the first one is in the game, so this is always second story mission in the game, but by the time the game launches sometime next year, there'll be a second one, and so we'll see what that looks like. Either way, we are pretty much ready to go. We've got a bit of money in the bank. We can't get any of our buildings done by the time we would be running this, so hey, Underworld Hub under progress. It'll be done in a day and change, which means we can boost this legwork chance, which might not actually need. I think neither of these can actually fail. Regardless, we've got our base kind of ready to go. Let's go ahead and look at our core squad here for Haven Smokeout here. Not going to spend any money on secondaries, as I don't think they are really needed here. And there's not much to say. We've got a sniper, we've got an urban assault rifle, we've got a couple of pistols here. Being level 2 is kind of nice, of course. We can see he's got a decent set of talents now. Not much to say, except that we're going to run it, and we'll do our very best to get some bonus loot from our hacker, and otherwise just start the mission. So here we are at Haven Smokeout. Our goal is to get in there. And one thing worth noting is that the spawns on this map appear some degree of random. So I think I mentioned in the first episode of the series that I had run this mission when there was still a bug with power level gains, and so I had to restart the Let's Play. I had the recordings, I just deleted them, doesn't really matter. But I got through the mission hitless. But what was interesting is that actually these two guards spawned as whistlers, and this one spawned as a basic guard. Now, their durabilities are almost identical. There's a 10 HP difference, who cares? But kind of worth noting that. And I think this one is also a whistler. Also, I kind of would assume that every single time the Wire Ghost would spawn by the Matrix Host, but I've had several plays of this mission where the Wire Ghost is like over here instead, like by this table. So I assume there is just definitely some degree of randomness, which is fine. It's not a complaint, just more of an observation. But anyway, we've got some mission planning to do, and one thing to note is that I'm going to keep referencing last time I played this mission. Last time I played the mission, my main character one-shot 2 different guards off of full auto crits, and so I may or may not get that this time around. Either way, the goal is to delay down to 11 to 18 initiative, so that these guys can all burn their turns first, and we get info about what they're going to do, because we're not close to them, so I'm not too worried about it. So this guy's just turning back and forth. This one is patrolling down the backhand side. This next guy is probably going back and forth as well, just turning. Yep. And then you're probably actually moving. That's fine with me. The nice thing is it puts him now into line of sight. And so somebody's going to go for some shots here. So we're going to start with Tactical Surge. Now, I don't have any great accuracy buffs. I've got some, like, you know, we might throw JTAC down for the squad. Worth noting, this cooldown is 5 seconds. This one is also 5 seconds. I think I'm willing to take the big firefight on turn 6. Let's go ahead and do this here. We'll try to make the squad have high accuracy. We will try to have these guys be easier to hit, since we can potentially hit all 3 of them. And then with the sniper rifle, we can see the base crit chance is going to be 26%. Buffs and tech give 8. Apparently base stealth crit is 4. And so we shoot. We get a hit. And I have enough AP that I can go for Skull Shot here and just get 3 AP back for the shot, which seems pretty much worthwhile. So down you go. Of course, there's still some escalation from us being, well, true to our name, Loud. But don't see a reason not to keep shooting while we're here. That crit is pretty sweet. So 2 kills for the sniper, and he can kind of run forward. This camera's gonna block my pathing, and I'm not sure that I care. I might care, but I think I'd rather he go forward as fast as possible and just trip the camera on the next turn when the camera moves over. I think that is completely reasonable. So it's time for our Gunslinger. Gotta run him somewhere useful, of course. Let's try to not be in his line of sight. So it looks like there is fine. It's just on the edge, which I believe should be acceptable for most of my attacking. Also want to note that I have not... oh, that's the wrong one. It's this one, Finger Trick. Finger Trick is... I believe I have not completely upgraded this yet. The duration is... Yeah, okay, interesting. So the tooltip is different here than the tooltip in the talent screen. So I don't know 100% if I've upgraded the duration yet. I don't believe I have yet. But with this having a relatively short cooldown, I'm also willing to just say... Just shoot both shots. Like, use up the cooldown and just move forward. I think that is a reasonable choice. And then killing you is going to be a little bit tougher, but I'm still going to try. Yeah, she sees a corpse. This guy has a basic pistol, but can I get the basic pistol and line of sight on a shot here? And it's looking like it's impossible. I can do it from there. The range is going to be really poor. I'm going to yield and see if the Cyber Knight can do a little bit of a better job here. He's got more move speed. But I'm not sure I can get anything great. Not even sure I can... Yeah, I can't even get there with 2 AP. So, like, I can shoot at her. The odds of getting a kill are relatively low. But possible. Kind of unfortunate your vision cone is just perfectly aligned with where I'd want to stand to shoot at you. And I can't get any cheats here. I can't get anywhere where I'll, like, step out to take the shot. So almost no matter where I go, I'm going to be in vision. Unless I go all the way back here, which is really bad for SMG. SMGs have very, very poor ranged accuracy. So I think we're getting an alarm no matter what. Which is too bad. I don't want that, but I don't believe I have a way around that. So I'm going to yield back. I'm going to let Sadak try. I'm just going to put him here. Yep. Just go there with the pistol. It is very unlikely to kill, but it's my only chance at getting some damage. She'll raise escalation, but we have, you know, okay damage chances because, you know, we have a chance to crit here due to the strike zone and whatnot. Accuracy's pretty good at this point. So, like, you know, maybe we get really, really lucky. Doesn't seem to be happening. At this point, I think it's now impossible. Wait, I saw one where it was showing a blue line. Blue line means you're not spotted. Where was that? I don't think it was just by being out of range. Maybe that was. Okay, it's not even drawing the vision cone correctly. Whatever. There we go. If I run like this... Wait, no, I need 1 AP or mini still. Come on. I know you can do it. You can magnet with 1 AP left. I know you can. I've seen you do it. Stop hating. Okay, I'm spending too much time on this one. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I know I spent like 4 minutes trying to get like a shot off, and it just doesn't... Whatever. We're just going to run up here, get spotted, take a shot, get the alarm raised, move on. Oh, we're so lucky we crit. That's huge. Unfortunately, these enemies have all heard gunfire and are going to report me anyway, but at least we got the kill. So there's the landmine. First escalation seems to almost always be the landmine. And, of course, the cameras see bodies as well, but we're able to move forward. Sniper can just run straight forward. There's nothing else to really do. He has like no other job, so just clear distance. That's fine. Yep, you're done for now. I'm going to have him wait so that my hacker can start turning off things like security devices. So let's have you run up your first 3 AP. Learn this point in packet loss so I could do this. And then run closer. I'm going to yield here in case other people want to take shots like from that point in cover. But I believe what I really want to do is just close the gap at the start of the turn and then sort of wait things out. So we'll put you here. Stand behind cover and then just end your turn. We'll default to the assault rifle. Les can do similar. Find you a box to stand behind. Looks like it'll be there. That seems reasonable. Conduct to be safe. I've already moved this guy up a fair bit. One consideration I have is turning off the laser wires so that one person can go up here. The thing is, Aspas is actually best suited on this side. So I think we're all going to run from the front and then just turn off laser wires. And like grab stuff all in one turn at the same time, basically. I think that's the play here. Alright. So making progress, right? We're starting turn 3. The AI has talked to this person, right? So because we saw this bark, we know that actually if we delay, it'll be harder for us because she's actually going to move toward us. So we have to actually deal with this. So we can get our sniper into at least a position. I figure normally we would be willing to delay a bunch, but it seems like this is not going to be the case. Not going to be possible for us here. Duck to be safe. You just kind of got to go. Yep, you are running, but you're running the other direction because you were told by the AI to go check out the corpse that somebody saw or like the camera saw or something. And so you're headed off this way because this body was seen by the camera and he's like, hey, go investigate the foul play. I would like, let's see, you're going really late, so I'd like to hit both of them in this full auto. He's going to be in no cover, and I don't think I care. Yeah, I don't think I care about you being seen either. It is what it is. I'm just going to put you out here. It's going to make a lot of, like, he's going to be known. This should kill one and do a lot of damage to the other. Yeah, not bad. And then, is it more important to be in cover or take the shot? I think I can yield for now. And I can, like, decide a bit later with him. So I can go for 1 AP. How accurate is the shot? Should be decent, right? Yep. I think... do I want to learn finger... Do I want to press finger trick now? I'm trying to think of, like, what conserves the most action points and is the most useful. Because basically you want to use this as close as possible to the turn where you're going to stop moving and only shoot every turn. I think it's going to be a little bit later. I think only shoot every turn is not yet. So they're going to start leaving home base. We're under decent cover. This wall is full cover. This wall is like, you know, chin height or whatever, so... No one can see me until they run all the way up. You've heard gunfire, but we're not told to investigate, so you're not going to bother. We'll keep yielding down, see which of the guards are going to keep going towards us. Decent number. They don't go very far. Those guys have fairly limited movement capabilities. I assume it feels to me like there is, like an intentional, like, overlaid game mechanic on this mission where, because this could be the second mission you ever play this game, and there's such a tight cluster of enemies here, that they nerf them and, like, they basically put a rather low ceiling on how much AP they can use in a turn. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not actually sure that's true, but it's what it feels like playing. That these guards feel like they act a bit less than other ones. So the only one who has a high initiative is you at 16. And you're not very close, so I'm actually willing to go up kind of close here. And just end turn and expect that things will go pretty well. There's the Wire Ghost. Wire Ghost so far is unalerted or unaware. So no immediate concerns. Team keep running forward. My Cyber Knight has all of his AP available. And what I'm going to do is just simply run past the vision cones. I will get, you know, minorly spotted here. Like, we probably get some alarm. Ooh, okay, cool. Not too bad. It was a, like, he saw me run by, so it's going to be, like, some security tally, but nothing bigger. But not full alert. It's like a seen out of the corner of your eye kind of thing. So, of noting that a power level 3 Grunt Captain does not have... I mean, it has better durability than other people, right? 41 armor and, you know, 275 HP is, like, reasonable. But either way, we take the shots. We crit on both because our character's crit chance is very, very good. They're all going to report gunfire because, of course, they are. They're low on health. We get some more mines, and... oh, that is a problem. I have to deal with that. Alrighty. Well, let's do what we can to deal with that then. Have to send somebody back to go help. Let's start by you just unloading some bullets. That seems reasonable. And then do I want you to do anything else? I think for now, I need to actually do a quick yield. This guy needs to security scramble this landmine. I've got to shoot these guys first before I move. By not moving, my accuracy is better. Decent damage and a kill. Okay, I am not allowed to do more here. I need to actually walk and security scramble. So, give my boy some freedom. And then the considerations here are, I can shoot. No, I can't even shoot. Okay, so it's always run to cover then. There's nothing else I can possibly do here. Figure go behind that wall. It was a good wall. I don't want to leave Sadak in the middle of nowhere. I think ducking behind that wall is acceptable. It's not the prettiest, but I think it'll actually be reasonable. Coin flip. Nice, we get it. You'd love to see it. He won't hide very well. Oh, you're fully alerted. Oh, you're going to actually fire at somebody. Yeah, alright. I think it's going to go into Overwatch angle here. So let's see. If I run, and I spend 3 AP, I can get this far, which is enough to reload and go into Overwatch. That seems acceptable. And of course my buffs are on for 2 more turns, so... Let's hope you roll. Yep, okay. Expected, right? This guy seems to be somehow capped in his action point spend. This guy's going 2 steps, okay. Overwatch, please don't miss. You missed, that sucks. I'm getting shot back. Okay, I'm getting an Overwatch. Okay, she chose Overwatch. This guy's now on the move. This is a secondary objective to kill him, so we should get that done. Now, the nice thing is... Okay, yeah, it's finger trick time. We're going to basically just be shooting constantly now. So we take the buff. And... no one else is going this turn, but what I want to do is kill this... not only kill the sniper, but... at the very least, get her out of Overwatch. So the nice thing is that Overwatch cone is very narrow. So for now, I'm chilling. I don't care that he's going to see me. It's just not a big enough deal. He's going to be fully alert. The important thing, though, is I've got a really good chance of actually killing you. And we get it. 2/3 twice in a row is a coin flip, so I've been getting pretty lucky here. I would say I'm getting luckier than average. And the next security escalation is reinforcements. However, we're feeling pretty good about clearing all these guards out. So can I... Lotto the grunt captain's right here, but can I get 2 of these guys and have it be, like, not griefing? And it seems like kind of no. I can't really do that. So I'm going to make some... Actually, trying to think about the right amount of yielding to do. Gotta kill these guys and gotta get out of this area so that they don't collapse on us. So I do want to walk forward, at least some. And I also want to be good at my action points because I still gotta get over here and start hacking. So it's like, I need my hacker to move forward. I need him to be useful. I need to be as efficient as I can be. Because I do want to complete the secondary of turn 14, which I'm not under huge threat for, but the more reinforcements come in, the slower it can go. I also need him to be around to knock down laser wires so I can grab this loot, like, easily, without it being kind of annoying. I think I will just run up like this. I think we'll go for that kill. He's the most likely to endanger me. And then I can just run a step forward. I'll still be in... Oh, yeah, packet loss is gigantic range. I forgot that this is, like, easily the longest range hacker, or longest range disabling talent. So hackers are innately just, like, the best at dealing with... my brain's not working. Get there, please. Electronics. Nice crit. We can keep running them forward. That seems fine. The downside of turning all their jackets green is they all look the same in silhouette now. I can try to, like, change hats or whatever, but, I mean, that is what uniforms are for. That's kind of how they work. I don't know if I should be willing to wait on these two, he's gonna get into... I guess the linked watch is gonna be not too bad. So unfortunately, we're a little bit tight on AP. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like here. I'm gonna go there. I'll take one shot. Nice. And then put down the Overwatch cone, which innately comes with 2 shots. We'll take a nice wide cone. Please don't miss. Okay, you're not going very far anyway. The problem is you're coming up right behind my Cyber Knight, who just rolled really poorly on initiative, which kind of sucks. Well, Tactical Surge is decent, and if I go here, I can eventually shoot at them both, but I can wait on that. Like, him running it behind me is not a huge concern yet, so... Now it's like, can I optimize for killing them efficiently? And it looks like I kind of can. I can run out here and shoot full auto, and it's going to make noise, but it'll work pretty well. Wow, you fully missed all the shots. This kind of sucks. Accuracy here is quite poor. Yep. Thankfully, we have Overwatch, so we should still be relatively safe. Oh, we didn't even do anything. I guess being cut in Overwatch, he decided to not do anything, which, yeah, I buy that. Alright, well, J-Tac the squad seems like a very reasonable option. I guess we'll start by going up to here. Do I want to use Strike Zone now? I think I don't, because these are going to be easy kills, and I might need it for other kills down the line. I probably will not, but I don't know for sure. So there's those kills. Wire goes down, secondary objective complete. We got a beeliner hacker, and otherwise, I guess I can wait and let these guys get closer. And then we will... Yeah, okay, so you have security scramble in 2 turns. I'll have you packet loss this laser wire and then just run. That should be half decent. We can actually start hacking this turn, which is good news. So pretty solid turn. Alright, turn 6. All the basic guards are dead, and we are starting the hack. I think that's pretty reasonable. Hard shell, overclock, decent amount of AP. This is a... Yeah, okay, it's still a relatively small node. I'll load just this. It's probably enough for a decent while. Program loading is skippable. Plus tally is worth disabling in my opinion. We scan, we see a trap. If you exit, restart ice. Okay, so I won't leave. But I will load programs here and figure out what's around. That seems decent. Couldn't have really been more efficient here. Ultimately managed to get through my AP reasonably well. And... yeah, I mean, I could have, instead of running down, I could have loaded disarm or something, but I think this was fine. Alright, we can end action for the turn. And we'll come back for more later. So, let's get everything we can. We'll start by grabbing this loot. Actually, I think let's just go for it then. Let's run you there, grab the stuff. And then I think I'm allowed to just run all the way back. The other question is, yeah, is he actually the best runner for me or not? I'm gonna yield. You can also yield. Okay, she's doing nothing, then he's obviously running up because he is actively in combat. That's just fine. I think the SMG twice is reasonable here. High ground gives me what it's accurate to, which is cool. We're getting crits because we just have a ton of crit chance. Yep, cool. Nicely done. So you're done for the turn. We'll have Les go this way, and we'll have Aspas go that way. I think that's pretty acceptable. Alright, we're feeling good. We're feeling good about dealing with the horde of bad guys here. I don't have to not trigger all the security devices. In fact, here, I don't have a reason to trigger them. We're waiting for a hacker anyway, so let's start being a bit quieter. Only because they're... It's not like we're sacrificing damage. My rule of thumb for loud challenge is... Obviously, you're not allowed to use silencers. That's actively lowering your damage to something else. but it's basically you're not allowed to take actions that would lower your damage is kind of the framing I'm kind of doing here, where it's like, hey, you know, disabling a security camera, those don't damage me, it doesn't matter, we leave those up. But like obviously landmines and laser gates are worth destroying. Alright, here's our square. Alright, primary mission done. Secondary objective done. And other secondary objective is get out quickly. So let's start making the exit. With this box and finishing this matrix host, of course. Not highly valuable, but it's something. Okay, so we need to load programs. Need to get rid of this. Need to load scan. What's around? Okay, load more programs. Knock these two out. Damage to connection. Download access. Low-level security matrices like these don't have more than 2 ice in a node, so when I saw 1 active, 1 passive, I knew it was safe. Can't connect, must be destroyed. Another thing here to knock down. Then as we scan, we know this is CPU. And the tough thing is I can't load attack more than once. So I'll need to get a little bit lucky. Another alternative is to load deception first. Go here, knock this stuff out, and then AP wise, attack costs 5, connecting costs 2, so I can only attack once before having to disconnect afterwards. So unfortunately, I think I have to wait right now. I think I shouldn't have gone for the downloads. I should have gone for attack instead, ran for the CPU, then ran back, because I cannot connect here, attack all the ice, scan twice, and spike. I mean, I can't scan twice because I only have 1 charge. But I also couldn't attack twice, then leave. So like, I could run up, attack once, then leave, and that doesn't seem worth it. When I can still clear it next turn without the diciness of like a really annoying ice that makes my life hard, and just like it's not worth going in and out in the same turn. But if I had, for example, something like Null Op upgraded with 2 charges and 0 AP, to run over, spam Null for 0 AP, it would cost 2 to run over, 3 to scan, 8 to load, 3 more to scan, and that would... yeah, I would just be fine, I think, right? 5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah, it would be... I'd have like just enough. I'd have exactly enough AP to do that. Anyway, have to end for now, but that is what Null Op does, is it lets you have some really clean turns sometimes. More reinforcements, however, they're far enough away that I feel pretty good about them. I'm going to wait and see how well the hacker does to know how far forward I have to get. You're hunting, but you're still far from me, so I'm not worried. Alright, ice is gone. Load scan again, spike the CPU. There will likely be a trap here. It's load a program, I don't care. Download, download, and then with only 1 AP wasted, we are ready to go. Didn't have to spike it, of course. We could have bypassed it. That would have been completely reasonable, to be clear. But I still had no passive ice destruction, so it still wouldn't have been a better turn for me. But we got our 3 download sets. This might have had stuff on it, I forget. And we can check to see what devices are connected. It's laser wires, a pressure plate, a couple of cameras. You know, laser wires were already past them, so there's no reason to do this. So I can safely disconnect. And I identify that the fastest route out is this way. So I want to be a little bit careful here in case there's a security escalation that re-enables more mines. I'm going to stack up the entire squad right outside. And we'll make the run for it next turn. you're moving up. You might see a body or something. I don't care. Oh, you're going to see me, actually. Yep, okay. Didn't think about how close I was to the reinforcements. So the fact that they can see me is a concern. Because I need a good enough initiative roll to make a relatively clean exit. So you rolled a 16, you rolled a 12. I have Tactical Surge next turn. And we're getting behind this wall as well. I'm feeling like I'm allowed, because you rolled 12, I'm not worried. I feel like I'm allowed to take a bigger risk here and just... just kind of run all the way up. Loud rolled a 14, so he's not going first. And there are more people coming. But I believe I can outrun them. So I think it'll be okay. We're looking like a turn 11 roughly evacuation. Yeah, so Pakalos is still down, so he has to wait. Which means these guys are going to be getting closer. However, we are absolutely not in danger right now. I got debuffed. So marked target went on less over here. Loud boosts all the action points. He's going to knock down the prox mine. And it is time to book it, right? We got rid of what we need to get rid of. He's got a straight shot. Let's hope they all run as fast as he does. They don't, but, you know. He'll end his turn. That way, if he has to boost some initiative in the future, he can do that. Otherwise, though, no one else has important things to do, so... these ones we can just simply evac. Looks good. Looks like we're getting out during turn 9 or turn 10, maybe. Hunting the wrong direction. You're alert, but yeah, you're basically playing defensively, so we're totally fine here. Alright, whole squad made it. Sweet. Thank you, Tactical Search, for printing AP. Mission complete. We're the greatest. We are simply the greatest. 9 turns. Secondaries complete. And never even got shot at, though I was put in Overwatch. So we have stole the endpoint, the Dropbox. Looks like they didn't access the Q endpoint. So the lore of this game basically is that Cyber Knights are the only secure way to transfer data, or the securest way to transfer data. So that's actually like, interacting with technology is like the like really strong core thing. Alrighty, so sure. She's of course planning against part of some of the people in her own squad. Loophole Heist is that mission to expel all of our debt. And so because we got all the secondaries, we got some extra money right here. We got some extra favors and trust, which is cool as well. Because we hacked, we got a couple of files on a couple of accounts and a blueprint for a basically stun gun, which we can sell at some point. And we got some files from all the meat space lockers. So decent upgrades by choosing to, how am I trying to say it? Overachieve. All right, well, let's jump right away into training our newly leveled characters. So level 3 gives you another 2 skill points here as well. And by being level 3, it means I can start getting the cool other piece of Tactical Surge. Range is not super important, but it unlocks the cooldown. I think this ability is great when fully maxed. Plus the initiative is kind of whatever. But being that you're printing 2 AP and 1 move point, dropping the cooldown from 5 turns to 3 is a very, very big upgrade in terms of you're almost doubling. You're not quite. It's like you're adding, 40% or so, because it's always available turn 1. But you're adding significant AP gains to your team. So Loud is good. Our Sniper can get his talents a bit stronger. So I can't grab this without it costing me 2 points. I do want the recharge rate, though. It seems pretty useful. And I'm legitimately considering recharge rate over potency, because I think there's enough movement that I'm going to do this first. And then I'll think about the other stuff later. For the Gunslinger, we do not have a 6th talent yet, but I can take duration now, so that Finger Trick has that going for it. And as for what else? More armor reduction is solid, right? Armor reduction is, I think, a pretty big deal. An extra charge of Overwatch is probably worth it also, considering we're running into this enough. Like, we're in combat quite a bit, and so I'm really tempted. Another alternative is to straight up just make Twin Iron. I mean, I am going to be using this ability a lot. It actually comes well with Finger Trick, because I will reload both guns, and so this feels like when I can max fanning, I will. I will immediately try to get all the points here and make this really, really strong, and then have to, you know, spend time reloading, but whatever. But it feels like max fanning, max Twin Iron, 2nd point in Link Watch seems worth. Then I probably will start going Twin Iron until I can put points in fanning. And then one note that I can make is that as soon as I can learn fanning, I might respec, take all the bonus points back out of Finger Trick, and then go here. An alternative is even not go Finger Trick at all and only go fanning. This is arguably better. It's, you know, that might be true, but this is what I'm choosing right now. Might be incorrect, but whatever. Alrighty, so training time. Let's go learn Null Op. I think these 3 points are fine. This 4th one is not bad by any means, but yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this orchestration so far. Emil's still on legwork, Pancata's still on legwork, and of course our soldier over here at some point. We'll hire him. Soldiers are good. But there's no reason to hire him until we can put somebody into a sim trainer. Underworld Hub is done, and this means we can now boost legwork chances. I also want to at some point upgrade this. It's expensive, but I still want to, because it increases legwork chances from 10% per token to 20% per token. So pretty big deal there. We've got a clean room that we can put a SimStream trainer into, which is correct, which is what I want. I'm going to start clearing out these rooms. I want to put in a SimStream Detox and a Nano Scrubber. And then once I've got those, we can go Underworld Hub level 2. We can start boosting things like our cold storage. The big upgrade here is that we can print file sets of size 3. One thing you'll see here is these aren't ready yet. I'm missing all the pieces, but there's some file sets where they're size 2, which makes them easy to build. But if they're size 3, I can't mint them until I upgrade the cold storage, and I can't upgrade the cold storage until I have nano scrubbing, and nano scrubbing requires cleaning out a room and building a nano scrubber. So we've got a bit going on here. Also, we have no optional legwork right now. I could burn a token here. I guess I just will, because I'm just here anyway, and so bumping the chance by 10% seems fine. Again, these are always, I think, long-term successes, so it's whatever. I want this trainer up so I can throw somebody into it and gain XP. They're still running a Dragnet. The Cyberknight was named a Burner and worked for Octane. So Octane got the... It's like, yeah, she was in a position to like get one and put it to use. Like, yeah, your other Cyberknight died. But Burner has a compatriot. This has not been implemented into currently early access, so it is an on-pause mission. But we'll grab it when we can. Right, we'll do it when it's available, of course. Real quick, actually, while I'm here, let's filter out... Okay, so we don't have any files we can freely sell. We do have some blueprints, though. I forget, do I have anyone who can... No, I have no buyers for item blueprints, so I've got, like, 70k just sitting here that I can't use yet. And then I've decided that I'm going to try building a much earlier nanofab in this playthrough and using it to craft early game weapons, because if you look here real quick, if I wanted to buy some new guns, obviously we like skip the level 1 guns, so sort by powerful. Level 2 guns cost like 70, 80k, right? Like 70, 71, 74, 74, 88, 85, right? And these are like only a bit better. Like, let's compare the AR to the, like, Street Dragon, right? And it's like, okay, I can spend 80k. If I spend 80k, I get, like, +4 full auto accuracy, +7 damage per bullet, +1 range, and, like, that's kind of it. It's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. If I compare pistols, and I compare to a level 2 pistol, I get 4 accuracy and 10 damage. That's actually a bit better. That's, I think, a more reasonable choice to make. If I want to compare, let's say, revolvers, I can get 10 flat, or 10 ballistic and 10 pure, and 3 armor shred. That's not bad, right? Those are reasonable. But I would much rather be able to build, like an epic is going to be a much bigger upgrade, like, you know, 390 ballistic, 63 accuracy. If we look again at what the snipers cost, right, the damage is even higher on the epic, and in actual practice, when you finally have built the structure, it is cheaper to craft a level 2 gun than to buy a level 2 gun, and so you are really incentivized to, I'm just selling these for money. You're really incentivized to craft instead of buy. You're a little bit limited on crafting components in the BS cubes, and getting the building online in the first place is actually quite expensive, but it is good. Okay, so let's keep doing base planning, and this video will be getting ready for the next mission, which will probably be forward op, but we'll see. We're building the trainer, we're cleaning out this room, we've got some money, so we can, you know, keep moving forward. Alright, we will upgrade Syndicate merch. That's fine. We have new stuff going on. So we've got 2 more legworks. Anytime someone comes to you and says, hey, I want a favor, this is a procedurally generated legwork. This is also going to end up being legwork as well. And so I want to delay as long as I can to get these Underworld Hub tokens back. That's why I built it, was to increase my legwork chance. My next token is in 7 days and change. These chats are in about 7 days and change, which means by the time I talk with them and it's due, I'll have 2 tokens at the hub, which means I should be okay and able to at least boost the chance by 20%. So that's cool. Also, that means I'm going to want to hire this guy. So let's do this now. Real quick, so we can take a look at him before we actually hire him. And it's like, hey, we've got Saul over here. He's always a lousy hammer. He's got a decent stat profile. He's actually good at guns. He also comes with 1 trait, which is plus strength, plus HP. So he's actually reasonably tanky. And he's got pretty solid recoil control, but he's not very fast just yet. So let's go ahead and say, yes, let's talk with him. Let's go get Saul here. He was a soldier. And we get to choose a secondary trait for him. Now, ultimately, to me, it's between these 2. I find close quarters guns just aren't very good. I find range is too important of a stat to intentionally use close quarters weapons, except for swords, which have meaningful strengths in their own and some very good traits of their own, or talents of their own. Otherwise, though, I think basically close quarters guns are quite poor. Unless you're going to multi-class into being a Scourge, I think it's not worth it. That might change over time. It's early access, but that's how I feel. We can make him better with sniper rifles, but if he's not using sniper, this is not a talent. It doesn't do anything. I don't hate him being the second sniper. In fact, there's some decent consideration for choosing to make him the second sniper. But an alternative pitch here is for my Vanguard to be a second sniper, and there could be still more overlap, right? That's fine. We can have multiple would-be snipers in the team, but this is a real possibility. The other option is give him stress resist, which is fine, but ignoring 1 recoil, if he's going to use full auto weaponry, minus, you know, +1 recoil, -1 recoil, it's just straight up accuracy. It's just baseline accuracy. And so, yeah, 3% always on every sniper rifle is obviously better than 1% only when there's recoil going on. But the question is, am I going to use snipers when I use something else? And I think realistically, I expect to be using full auto weapons more than snipers. And so this has like slightly higher overall value. Stress resist has very low but non-zero value. Will, I think, has very, very low value. But ultimately, this is the only one that I think will actually do something for me, and so we'll grab it. So he is calm. Alright, and so you get also a backstory choice with him. So he can have hatred with Brave Star. So there could be like a Brave Star captain who hates him. The Fenian could hate him for something. So Lost are kicking you out, but the Fenians don't like him because he has killed a bunch of Fenians before. Or there's a Megacorp person that he's knocked down, so... Anyway, for funsies, we'll say that Bravestar hates me because why not? So what do we think about Saul? We're going to recruit Saul. Saul's going to be on the team. Now that means that our barracks is now full. We're at 7 out of 7. And so at some point, we'll need to drop the 7 plus 60,000 if we want to get room for another person, which we will at some point, by the way. That is going to be relevant. We're not there yet, but it at some point will be relevant. We'll have to care about that. So we got, several things to balance here. Otherwise, though, I am still ready to essentially let time tick forward here. I want to grab these as late as possible. And then we'll run forward op with ideally someone in the trainer. So as our buildings are completed, as our legwork gets done, she found who we need to talk to. So she got it first try. Nice. So, yeah, Mr. Fingal. I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce that name. So he is from Warner Braun in Berlin. I don't think this is much of a German name. This sounds Irish to me. It's fine, though. It's not like there aren't Irish people who've immigrated into Germany before. It's also 200 years in the future, so who knows. Anyway. So a corporate VP is like the contact type. It indicates what kind of missions he will offer you as just straight up what procedural generations he'll give you. But also affects other stuff. So for example, we could go look at our new contact. And so by being a C-suite operator, by being a corporate VP, he buys item blueprints. We've been wanting one of those. So hey, guess what? You know what we'd really like to sell you? Item blueprints. Here you go, buddy. These are all... Wait, excuse me? Do I have to, like, wait a day? Okay, trainer's done. That's good. Oh, you know why, actually? This is too high level. He doesn't buy level 5 items. He only buys level 1 through 3 items. Oh, she actually would buy them, too. I didn't even realize that. So I could have sold these for a while and just, like, wasn't thinking about it. Anyway, it doesn't really matter who it sells to. I think I'd rather have... Yeah, we'll just sell to him instead. It's fine. They sell for the same amount. It's not a big deal. And it doesn't super matter no matter what, but chose to sell to him instead. Okay, so trainer is done. And now that the trainer is done, we are generating tokens. These are respec tokens for your characters. So you can use that to retrain your characters and make them stronger in ways that you want them to be. Now I'm thinking, do I want to clean up this secondary room? And I think the answer is yes. Or do I want to do something like upgrade my SimStream trainer? Because by upgrading it, the amount of XP that we gain per trip goes up, which is kind of nice. If you go to level 3, you get a second bench, which is really good. Don't need that just yet, but it is going to be good long term. Could also try to scrimp and pay for this really early, but probably not. I think I'd rather put my other buildings in first. I think we're going to start the cleanup instead. The top row cleanup's really cheap anyway. It's 9k. That's basically nothing. I mean, that costs what putting in, like, cooling costs, so you might as well grab your first 4 buildings. They're relatively cheap. And I need the... I will want the SimStream detox as it stands. No one else is talking to me, so we can keep moving forward. All right, we got a new message. We have a new raid lined up for us. Now, I don't know 100% all the mechanics at work here, but basically, your base power level influences the strength, like the types of things offered to you in the mission. So for example, certain mission types are not available until power level 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. The quality of the loot in the mission and the amount the mission pays in both money and XP is also based on your power level. And then the strength of the guards is based on this difficulty adjustment. You can see here, Loophole Heist is PL4, Forward Op is PL3. Because by the time Loophole Heist was offered, we were already 0.88, and so it did the math. It multiplied by 1.3, it added 3 at the end. What does that mean? 4. And so this has level 4 enemies. This has level 3 enemies, right? And so, though the baseline underlying rewards are functionally the same, right? We can see this is the exact same base pay as the prior mission for Octane was. If we had theoretically rushed forward op earlier on, we would have been PL1 by the time Loophole Heist was offered, and it would have probably increased the base pay here and the eventual XP on completing it. So of course I do want to level up more before Loophole Heist. This mission is relatively difficult, especially if you're playing it loud. So ideally, we're doing big things and clearing out forward op, clearing out this proc gen mission going to be offered here by our good friend, putting someone in the SimStream trainer to maximize the gains while it's happening. I want to note that I have only 6 mission-ready people, right? Only have 6 of us here, because the face can't go on missions and can only go on story-based legworks, which means, unfortunately, this trainer might actually be useless because I'm probably going to run both of these... what's it called? I'm going to run both of these legworks, and then I'm not going to have anybody for the other stuff, but that's fine. We can handle it. So we're going to let time tick down somewhat. I want to build a nano scrubber. It's really cheap, which is nice. We put in power wires. All right, so we can build this now. Nope, we're going to click this, sorry. I'm going to build this. This gives me some scrubbing, 10, which will allow me to upgrade my cold storage, which is good because I want to do that. Upgrading cryo utility max as well lets me long-term upgrade stronger buildings there as well. So we're still doing all the work we can, spending what little money we have. We will let this tick down. Messages like this, messages will always be red when they hit 0, so you don't have to rush for that ever. Someone's shadowing his smugglers. I don't have loud kind of money for this little problem. We'll owe you a favor if you can do it. Need somebody to shadow. Go through the dialogue options. Teams of 4 or 5 carrying backpacks and slogging through the under. Yeah, so she's not going. We can ask about legwork, but we know how legwork works. Don't worry about it. So sure, we will lend an experienced hand. We will lend our just recently hired Saul here. Hey, buddy. Here you go. He just showed up, hasn't got a single mission, and he's going to go crawl through everything now. So that's going to take him 7 days. He's got a 60% chance of getting it. With the Underworld Hub tokens, it's going to be a little bit nicer. We'll let this tick down here as well. We've got a favor here. So we have 2 options here. We can hack them, which Sadak is decent at and Emil's decent at. So 52%. And keep in mind that Emil is one of the understudies, so her just moving somewhere and doing that is fine. So 52 for her. If we threaten to hurt them, it's lower because Saul is already busy. So we will have Emil be a sleuth because she is a sleuth. She has bonus chances. Because Sadak is a hacker, he has bonus chances. We'll send Emil. She has 1 chance. If she gets it wrong, he gets exposure. If she gets it right, though, we get influence and 2 favors, so positive there. And Emil will have a decent chance of getting it. And we can go ahead and... basically, yeah, we should run forward op now. We do not have anyone spare to go sit in the SimStream trainer. So ultimately, we're not going to get any bonus XP. We won't be able to print it here. If you stand here, you get 6% of the XP that a regular character would get for running a mission. I will go ahead and let's see. Oh yeah, we can talk with her. This is a mission we're going to end up ignoring. But let's go ahead and get forward op ready. I'll burn 1 Underworld Hub token first, just to make sure we don't waste any recharge time here. But forward op is next. It's due in 6 hours. We can hack it for loot. We will then talk with him and get another raid here. It's weird that we're getting so many raids right away, but is what it is. So our 4 mercs are these guys. It's going to be nice and loud. It's going to be good to go. All right, well, I'll see you next time when we run forward op. Bye-bye.